At this time, it's now my pleasure to introduce Robert Rothberg, the president of the NFHS Network, to bring us the network report. Robert?
Jerome, before I start, I've known you as long as I've been in the high school business, and I want to compliment you on the beautiful words that you opened today's sessions with. Good morning again, everyone, and to those of you watching online. This is such an exciting moment for me as I have the opportunity to tell you what a great year we have had with the NFHS Network. To start, I'm going to ask that you turn your eyes to the video screens, and we're going to show you some of the things that we've been up to this year.
From fields and courts across these great United States, from the pitch to the hardwood to center stage, get ready for trick plays and game winners for days. The hottest highlight show in high school sports starts right now. Good morning, everyone. How you doing out there? Go ahead and put your cell phones down. I need all the attention right here. I'm Rashawn Ali, and you know, we get to bring you excitement every single week. And as the host of Under Armour Highlights of the Week on the NFHS Network, it brings me so much excitement. And I'm excited to be talking with you all in New Orleans about what a great year it has been on the NFHS Network. Question, have you had your beignets this morning? Little char-grilled oysters last night? Were you out on Bourbon Street? All right, let's get it together. I need your attention right here. You know what? Being a part of the show this year has given me the opportunity to witness firsthand some incredible national records, inspiring individual accomplishments, and amazing career milestones from across the NFHS network of states and across the entire spectrum of high school sports. Michigan's Ryan Prescott went the entire season without allowing a single point against him, a feat accomplished by only one other individual in high school wrestling history.
A great year for Ryan Prescott, 9-0, three-time state champion now from Whittemore Prescott.
Louisiana's Gabrielle Jennings swept the distance races at this year's state track championships to bring her state titles in track and cross country to an amazing 37.
Turn it on the Jets. 21 6/10, another national record for Abby Weitzel.
And in California's southern section, 3 national records fell in one state championship meet.
It'll be Catherine McLaughlin, another national high school record.
Georgia's Ryan Clark etched his name into the record books as well with the fastest 100 and 200-meter times in state history, while notching the top 100 time in the country this year.
Ryan Clark headed potentially for an amazing blowout potential record victory. 10-2-6 for Ryan Clark, the Banneker man.
But in the true spirit of high school sports, it was his relay team's record-setting performance in the 4x1 relay that Clark says is his most cherished memory of his high school career.
We have 4 guys that's come together, and it's not individual no more. All our hard work and dedication brought us to the top, and I'm just glad to enjoy it with my best friends.
That camaraderie and the bonds forged as a team as you reach for that common goal. I know you in the front row, you know about that common goal, right? Well, it's one of the things that makes high school sports truly unique. It's something that we witnessed again and again with some incredible team triumphs like these.
We see Creek make the press. That's a whip, and there's a shot. That's a score. Creek is moving on to the state championship on Saturday.
It took 6 overtimes and the longest game in Colorado history to move past the semifinals, and then 3 more overtimes in the finals, but Cherry Creek would not be denied the state championship trophy. And we brought you the first year of the AIA State Robotics Championship in Arizona as the arena of competition is redefined in the new millennium.
Since it involves so many young people that would be coming from our member schools that might not have the chance to compete in athletics, we felt that this was a great opportunity to showcase their talent.
It's really exciting to see this, knowing that people can actually watch and know what's going on and see what we're doing to actually improve the world itself.
You know, the NFHS network not only captures champions in the spotlight, but the student athletes who strive to overcome adversity, left it all out there, and in turn, inspired us all.
That is the young lady everyone is here to see, Charlotte Brown. You can't tell it, but she is legally blind. She cannot see. Brown Brown over the top and a great vault right there at 11 feet.
This story isn't really about track, and it's not about pole vault. It's about, just life in general. I've constantly had to figure out new ways to adapt and overcome things, and, that is what life is about. It's taught me that, anything is possible.
We've witnessed so many moments of inspiration on the network this year, but none touched our broadcast team more than during the UIL Track Championships in Austin, as the final participant in the 400-meter wheelchair race closed in on the last turn.
Now we take a look at Emily Kirby of El Paso Franklin on the far side. The fans on their feet giving her a well-deserved round of applause, doing everything they can to give her the motivation to come in. This is what you want to see. This is what it's all about. It's not about the medals. It's not about the finishes. It's about this. It's about camaraderie. It's about spirit. And simply put, it's about finishing what you start. Everyone on their feet clapping, giving all the encouragement, all the motivation they can to Emily Kirby of El Paso Franklin. And here comes Kirby. One of the more emotional, moving things I've seen in quite some time. This young lady right here, Emily Kirby, comes across the finish line to a standing ovation. And that really tells you something. We've seen state records fall. We've seen some young men and some ladies that are going to run collegiately, and a few of them may go on to run professionally. But the crowd, the loudest for that lady right there, Emily Kirby of El Paso Franklin.
As that emotional scene played out on the track, Emily's grandfather was watching the race from back home in El Paso, and through social media, he was able to put into words what this beautiful moment meant to all involved. I watched with tears rolling down my face as my grandchild stopped on the track in her racing wheelchair. The spectators in the bleachers rose to their feet and cheered for her to complete the race. It was an awesome sight, and it restored my faith in humanity. It has been a remarkable first year for me to witness high school sports through the lens of the Under Armour Highlights of the Week show and my involvement with the NFHS network. The really cool clothes, definitely an added bonus. And a heartfelt thanks to all of you in the audience for the support in making what we do such a huge success. We can't wait to see what the next school year brings.
Rashawn and team have done an incredible job this year with the Under Armour Highlights of the Week show, a cornerstone element in the NFHS's network sponsorship with Under Armour. Viewable on the NFHS network and Under Armour social media channels, the show is the first real opportunity for the network to go deeper into storytelling, to not only show great high school sports moments, but to honor the student athletes that are performing them. This original NFHS network programming is just one of the ways that we are helping state associations and your member schools reclaim the high school narrative and promote the positive. Year 2 of the NFHS network was significant on many fronts. We started the year by relaunching the consumer experience, and we continue to add enhancements as more and more of our audience transitions to watching events on their mobile devices. In 2014, 4 new state associations joined the NFHS network: Washington, D.C., Iowa, Oklahoma, and Texas. I am also very excited to announce that this upcoming fall, we will be adding our newest state, New Jersey. Thanks to Steve Timko and his team for helping to bring the NJISAA to the NFHS network. Last fall, we also incorporated Digital Scout into the NFHS network, integrating live data and stat feeds for football and basketball as another broadcast experience. And you can see the number of data events that we broadcast from teams using Digital Scout coaching tools from across all 50 states in just our first year. In May, we launched the new scoring app for volleyball, and we were able to use it to add real-time statistics to our broadcast of the Illinois Boys State Volleyball Finals. Teams from all around the country are already downloading the app while they prepare for next fall. Numbers from this year continue to tell our amazing story. Over 40,000 state champions were crowned on the NFHS network. Almost 14,000 high schools were represented this year. That is over 70% of the collective NFHS member high schools in this country. And our school broadcast program now has schools producing content in 49 states. But what continues to energize me is that the school broadcast program is helping your schools achieve their own success by being part of the NFHS network. Besides our program's educational value, schools are earning real dollars to fund school programs. Since its inception, the NFHS network has distributed over $250,000 back to participating schools. With your continued help to spread the word, that number will grow exponentially. In July, we will be hosting the inaugural NFHS Network Broadcast Academy in Atlanta. This is yet another way that we are creating value for your schools. Students and broadcast teachers from 16 states will participate in hands-on training with NFHS Network producers. They will hear from media executives and professional broadcasters, headlined by ABC and ESPN's Brad Nessler. We will also recognize national excellence in broadcasting in our first annual Broadcast Academy Awards. While many of the schools will be present in Atlanta, others will watch live on the NFHS network when the winners are announced. Now I want to discuss a project we are launching this fall to help the network with our #1 strategic initiative, building awareness. Put simply, we need tools to help us bring the right people to the NFHS network at the right time, when there is a live event that matters to them. Starting this fall, the network will be working with ScoreStream, based in San Diego, to bring some truly innovative engagement functionality to the network. So allow me to introduce Derek Owen, CEO of ScoreStream, to briefly tell you about what they do and how our promotional partnership will work.
Thank you, Robert. We're really excited to be working with you this year. ScoreStream is a real-time, mobile-based fan engagement platform. We allow fans to share scores, photos, and chat in real time on a Friday night. Let me show you what that looks like. This last fall, in real time across the country, we were able to provide scores, chat, and photos of over 6,000 high school football games each week. This year, we'll be able to get even closer to that number of about 7,000, so we're really excited about that. What this means for the NFHS network is this fall, we'll have roughly several thousand scoreboards deployed on media company websites, and there will be prominent links to NFHS network video. So fans who want to see the live game will be directed to that site. So we're really excited to be working with you and expect it to be an awesome year.
Thank you, Derek. And finally, just like last year, I would like to call up Andrew Saltzman, who oversees the network's national sales efforts, to make a very special introduction.
Thank you, Mr. President. Last year in Boston, I stood before you to announce that Under Armour will be the first anchor partner of the NFHS network. If you followed their company over the last year, you know that Under Armour is experiencing meteoric growth, and I think our partnership has certainly been that catalyst, along with a golfer named Spieth and a basketball player named Curry, of course. Well, today, I'm here to make another major announcement. When I think about the high school experience, one word comes to mind: family. With that, we welcome the newest member to our family, Olive Garden. From the initial meeting we had, it was quite apparent that Olive Garden truly understood the importance of high school communities. This campaign is exciting and comprehensive in its scope. It is truly a top-down approach with the sponsorship of the NFHS network, as well as a grassroots program where we're connecting all 841 restaurants to a high school within close proximity to that location. Olive Garden and high schools throughout this country share one very important mission, and that's to serve their communities. With us today is the Director of Marketing and Communications, Fernando Delgado, and Marketing Analyst, Elena Boyd. And now, if you would, please turn your attention to the video screen for some words from the President of Olive Garden, Mr. Dave George.
Thank you, Andrew. And hello, everyone down in the Big Easy. I am so sorry that I couldn't be with everyone today in person, but I can't express how enthusiastic I am for the Olive Garden to be an official partner of the NFHS network. Our partnership is a natural fit. At Olive Garden, we strive to create memorable experiences around the table at our restaurants, much in the same way that high school sports bring families and communities together around so many special events. Our 840 restaurants across the United States are proud reflections of the communities they serve. We've seen that our restaurants are often the choice for pregame rituals, victory celebrations, and on-the-go dining when traveling out of town. Many of our restaurants are already involved with their local high schools, and they are eager to grow those partnerships and do even more to support them. Now, I'm well aware of the impact high school sports have on young student athletes. I personally was a four-sport high school athlete. I learned valuable lessons of hard work, teamwork, and discipline that have helped me in my career. In fact, one year, after being the starting catcher on my high school's baseball team, I was bumped out of the starting position, so I joined the tennis team. And in fact, I lettered my senior year on the men's doubles team. So not only did I learn the valuable lessons of hard work, teamwork, discipline, and leadership, sports also exposed me to dealing with adversity. Now, we strive to coach and foster these same values for our team members and our managers in our restaurants every day. High school sports also create a sense of community for all those involved. Families, friends, co-workers, classmates, neighbors, all come to celebrate the home team. And many high school athletes are role models and are future leaders. We're excited to honor them, celebrate them, and help them achieve their successes and their dreams. As you can tell, I feel there's a natural fit between high school sports teams and Olive Garden. This partnership can come to life at a national level, but truly generate amazing local impact. Our restaurants always seek to give back to the communities we serve, and we look forward to being the biggest fan for each of our hometown teams. Around here, we say, when you're here, you're family. I'm excited to welcome all of you to the Olive Garden family and look forward to all of the great things that are to come. Enjoy the rest of your conference.
And one final comment. The network wants to thank everyone in the audience for everything you do to help us. We're now 2 years in. We're picking up incredible momentum, and we're looking forward to a fantastic year 3. Thank you.